Hello and welcome to a brand new video. In today's video we are covering the best smith and training method in the game. Now that's not to be mistaken with the fastest smith and training method in the game. We covered that a few videos ago. It was over 8 mil XP per hour, pretty crazy. If any of you guys want to see that video, I'll put a link in the description. Today we're looking at the best smith and training method in the game. So that last smithing method I showed you that was 8 million plus XP per hour was crazy expensive, over 975 GP for 1 XP. If you done that up to 99, it'd cost you a few billion GP. Super expensive. Nobody's going to use that to get 99 smithing. You might use it to boost up a few levels though, because it is crazy quick. Today's method should be the complete opposite. Instead of losing bank using this method, you should make an absolute fortune. So this should be fun to test. In the past few videos, I've chucked like 2, 3, even 400 mil into supplies to test some of these methods, like that rune crafting method with the eternal boots and all. In today's video I've invested my entire bank, over 1 billion GP, into Barrows armor. Broken Barrows armor? Into broken Barrows armor. That is right, we spent over 1 billion GP in broken Barrows armor. We're going to be repairing all of that in this video, see how much profit we make, see how much experience we gain and all that kind of stuff. But before we jump into that, let me tell you guys a wee story about the first time I repaired Barrows armor. So a couple of months ago, actually it's probably a year ago now, quite a while back, I created a RuneScape series called the Barrows Only RuneScape account. There was 2 rules. I could only gain experience and gold over at Barrows. Now remember that first rule, you cannot gain experience anywhere else but Barrows. The first time I tested this method, somebody had commented in one of my videos being like, you know, you could save a load of money by repairing your Barrows armor at a player owned house. Have a look at this wee clip from that series. Yeah, 25%. So this would be nearly 400k bob. But if you bring it here, it's only 228k, so that's class. Let's go. Except it gives XP. Why did nobody tell me it gives smithing XP like that? Is the account we're in? 2 smithing. We're not allowed to gain experience anywhere else but Barrows. There's only 2 rules in this account, and that's 1 broke. So yeah, gonna have to start over. I was obviously only joking about restarting the account, but the reason why I'm showing you that clip is because that account has now gained over 20 smithing levels just from repairing Barrows armor. Repairing Barrows armor is actually a really good smithing training method, and I don't think many people know about it. I didn't even know it gives smithing XP. It only gives you 25 XP for every single piece, but you can do a full inventory in one go. Now there is no requirements for using this method, as you've seen in that Barrows only account. You can do it from level 1 smithing. However, the higher your smithing goes, the better the method gets. You get much cheaper repairs if you have higher smithing, you know. At level 10 it'll give you 5% off the cost of repairing your Barrows armor. At level 10 it'll be 10%, level 60 30% off. Level 100, because you can boost up past 99, would be 50% cheaper, which is pretty awesome like. So I smashed out at Blast Furnace level 84, 85, 86, 87 and 88 smithing. 88's actually a really important level because now I can use Dwarven Stouts Matured to boost up and make Dragon Fire Shields. These things actually give 50k profit for every single one you make if you slow buy the Visages and slow sell the shields. You know, 50k profit on every single one and 2000 smithing XP, which sounds awesome. This sounds like the best method in the game, but there is only a buy limit of 5 on the Visages and you'd only be able to make like 30 pairs per day. You can still get 60k smithing XP per day making these, so I'm definitely going to be doing these all the way up to 99. 60k XP per day and like 300k profit. You can't really go wrong for how quick it is. We done 44k the first day and I sold them at 51k profit each, which was awesome. Then I made a load the second day, they sold for 50k profit, and this actually gets us the last smithing level before we head to this method. And I am now finished with Blast Furnace, which is awesome. I done level 83 up to level 89 smithing in a couple of days there, just with mostly Blast Furnace. There was a few wee things in the middle there. Made a load of Spirit Shields, they actually make a crazy bit of profit. We're finished Blast Furnace, which is really good. I actually found a good way to do Blast Furnace with no ice gloves, which is awesome. Made it way more AFK and you don't lose much XP, which is cool. Maybe I'll make a video on that sometime. Anyway, I'm just going to use Barrows repairs, Dragon Fire Shields and making Spirit Shields now to get me from level 89 up to level 99 smithing. So it's just going to be smooth sailing, easy, and a crazy bit of profit. So yeah, let's jump over now and start repairing some Barrows armor. Right, just one little thing here before we go. This is the most risky method in the game. Never use this method if you're scared about losing any money or something, or if you have bad internet or anything. I'm going to be in a PvP world teleporting about with a massive cash stack on me, no food, and loads of Barrows gear. If I misclick and move out of a safe zone, I could lose hundreds of millions. If a DC and log in and somebody TBs me or something, I could lose hundreds of millions. So you can do this method very similar in a non-PvP world, but you'll be much slower banking. With the PvP world, you can teleport like 1 or 2 squares away from a bank, which makes it super quick. I think there is a way to do it safely in a PvP world if you put your house in privacy mode. I couldn't work out how to do that though. I just moved my house over to Priftness and nobody came in to kill me. I was wearing full prayer gear, so I'm boosting my smithing level and having preserve prayer on all the time. Just means the stats will drain in 90 seconds instead of 60. It means you get 30 seconds extra with the boost for every single level, which is pretty cool. I was going to wear a Draken's medallion just in case to teleport away, but I thought I'd go with a stole for the prayer bonus. Stuck on a ring of wealth instead, and I didn't see anybody. Nobody came into my player owned house. Would have been very scary if they did though, with the amount of money I'd be risking. But yeah, let's get started. So the first boost I got while I was trying to boost up here was a +5, which is awesome. It's the rarest boost you can get, but it also gives you the most profit, so that was pretty cool. I didn't have the right staff in me. You want to have a dust battle staff or any dust staff, because then you've got earth runes which can teleport you to the house, and air runes to get you back to Cami. So yeah, pretty awesome. You want a dust staff, and then off I went. Didn't bring enough money in the first trip, I'm not sure why, but have a look at this. I moved my armor stand really close to the portal. It says 26.18 mil there, 26.18. And we made, I think, 190k for half an inventory, even though that's just the, remember I was saying at the start, that's just the mid price. I actually bought these way under the mid price, so it's actually much higher profit. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. 190k, and look at how quick it is to bank. You just come over here to the bank. Second trip will bring a full inventory and you can see the actual middle profit, you know. I forgot to check the price on our second trip, so here's our third trip. 43.975 mil, just under 44 mil, and after we repair them, the total profit per trip on DH bodies at mid price is 256k profit per trip. We didn't buy these at mid price though, we bought them way under, so it's actually just under 400k per trip, and a trip only takes about 15 seconds. How crazy is that? And it's not actually the highest profit out of the DH items. One of the other DH items is just insane. Here's DH helms, so if you run 26 of these with runes and all on you and gold, you can only run 26. Get 650 XP, 187k profit. Those ones actually did buy exactly at mid price, so as long as they sell at mid price, what I'm pretty sure they will, that's 168k profit. The legs, if you do a full inventory of them, it's actually 227k profit. Those are bought a wee bit under mid, but I think it was only 1 or 2k, and I think they sell 1 or 2k under mid as well, so that will be exactly 227. Full trip for 200k plus profit is only a couple of seconds as well. Have a look at this clip with the timer on it. Full trip from the bank to the bank, so started this one while I was in the bank just to get an exact time, you know. 15 seconds for an entire trip, 650 XP, 200k plus profit in 15 seconds. Now I know it takes quite a few days to buy all these supplies, probably take another day to sell them all, so you could only do this maybe once a week, but you can make 200k plus per trip in 15 seconds. That's crazy. You could do 240 of these trips per hour. But remember I said DH bodies weren't the expensive one? Have a look at this, 26.9, right? 26.9 mil. One inventory of Dorok's axes repaired is 1 million plus profit, 27.9. 1 million profit for repairing these. And how long does that take? 15 seconds. If you spent like a full week buying DH axes and fixed them for an hour, you'd make 240 million GP. Provided they sell, I'm pretty confident they will, because like DH axes is used for PKing. Loads of people use them. You could just make DH sets and probably still get the profit. Just to show you that again, 25.5 mil here. You repair 26 axes, 26.5, 1 million profit per invent in 15 seconds. Unfortunately, not all Barrows armor makes profit though. I didn't price check everything before I bought it. Krill's crossbows lose an absolute fortune. Do not repair these things. I think it's because they're close to alch value. People just buy them to alch or something, but yeah, lost 900k in that trip, and it wasn't even a full invent of Krill's. The Torags actually does make profit, so that just shows how bad 20 repairs of Krill's done to me. But yeah, luckily I only bought 20 of them. I'll not be buying them in the future. That's what this video is about though, testing this method. Although I don't recommend that. Don't just YOLO it and test it and hope that it makes profit. Check the prices before you do this. This one here is quite funny. If you check the price check on Varak skirts, it looks like a full inventory of them only makes 2k profit, but I did buy every single one of these for 5k under, and I think they sell for about 1 or 2k above the mid price, so I'll actually get 7k profit in each skirt. So that's another 182k. Another invent that wasn't like insane profit was Torag's hams. It gave you 84k profit for doing a full one. I bought those at mid price and they sell for mid price, so it's exactly 84k per an invent, but because the invents are so quick, that's still really good compared to most methods in the game, you know. Another one that was crazy for profit, but I didn't buy enough of these, was Krill skirts. I think it's 481k profit per invent, and these were insta buy, and I could have easily bought way more of these if I had like asked a few lads in the CC or something. But yeah, 481k per invent. Guthan's war spears were only 50k per invent, but they're probably still worth doing because Guthan sells really quick. This one was quite interesting. I only bought 25 Krill's tops because they're quite expensive. I didn't buy loads of them. That was 768k for 25. You'd probably get just over 800k per invent if you're doing Krill's tops. They do buy pretty quick, but they're very expensive, so it's hard to build up, you know, a massive supply of them. Finished off doing all the items, end up doing 1,793 Barrows repairs. If you're doing that efficient in 15-second trips, it would take you 17 minutes. It took me about 30 minutes to do all of them because it was like doing price checks, mucking about, taking breaks and all. The XP per hour, if you're messing about, is about 100k. It could be over 150k XP per hour if you're being efficient doing it, which is really good for a smithing method that you could do like for an hour each week, no problem. There's loads and loads of broken Barrows armor in the Grand Exchange. Now I know a load of you guys would be like, hey Bekt, we don't all have a billion GP to do this method. You do not want to do this method like me. You don't want to do a billion GP, buy them all over like a week and then repair them and sell them in one go. If you do that, you'll either flood the market if you try to insta sell them, or it will take you a long time to sell all the pieces at the normal price. So what you want to do is do this as a daily, like every day, buy a load of pieces overnight, repair them, and then sell them within a few hours during the day. That way you're not flooding the market, you're keeping your profit margins high, and you're getting a nice wee chunk of smith and XP every day. See, I think this is a pretty awesome method. I really like the visages as well, but you do need higher smithing to do them. I think this method makes a decent bit of profit from about 80 smithing, but obviously if you have 99, your profit's going to be much higher. You're going to get 6k extra per item you repair, which is like a massive chunk. So a few final tips: make sure you boost your smithing level. It makes this much more profitable. If you can make sets, they sell a lot faster than individual pieces, so even if you need to buy one piece of that set, normally fixed, already repaired, buy it just to make sets, because sets go much quicker. I was going to sell off all of these items and do a final price check at the end, but I've actually started buying more broken Barrows armor just because this method's so cool. Like, I'm going to be buying up loads more pieces and I'll do a final wee clip at the end. I've actually found some items that have 50k profit margin per repair, and you can do a full invent, so you can make 1.3 mil per invent, which is just mental. Yeah, I'll put that wee clip at the end. Big shout out to all the boys in my CC for helping me buy all this DH, all the broken DH. There was some like PK tank dumping hundreds of pieces of DH way under. Big shout out to all the boys in Ingus's CC as well that helped me buy loads of those items as well. Just made it much quicker. Lets you get around the buy limits a wee bit if you have CC people to help you out. If any guys do need to buy any broken Barrows armor, just jump in any CC. If you give people like 1k over the insta buy price, they'll be happy enough. You will get people that'll help you buy it all. Another smithing method that is crazy, but you can't do it as much for like big chunks of XP, is making spear shields. Look at the profit margin on this, right? You need level 85 smithing, but you can't boost up to do that, and you also need really high prayer. 800k profit for making one shield. I bought the sigil for 68.8, added the shield on for 700k, sold for 70.3. Like, 800k profit for one shield is just mental. These here aren't the best method though. I'd definitely say there's more profit in the Barrows armor, but smithing can make you a crazy bit of bank. I think I made like 20 mil repairing Barrows armor, and I've made a few mil off these sigils, yeah. As you guys can see, everything's sold apart from the DH bodies, and I've started rebuying stuff, and some of the margins when you actually lowball the stuff, I had just been buying it mid to get that 1 bill supply, but when you lowball stuff, it is crazy, the profit margins. Have a look at these krill stops. I bought 32 of these overnight. And remember this, 4.6 mil, remember 4.6, and wait until you see the difference whenever I repair this. It looks crazy, the difference, but these things are actually trading for 1950k each. So it looks like we made 1.3 mil, but it actually made over 2 million GP. That's assuming they all sell at this price. I've only sold 5 so far, but that's in like
5 or 10 minutes. I'm sure they will all sell. It's not been in for very long, and they are Krill's top. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed this weird smithing training method that makes a crazy amount of money. It's not the best smithing XP per hour, but profit wise is just pretty crazy. As with all these methods, it'll probably crash for a few weeks after this video, but in like a month or something it'll be an awesome method. One last thing before we go, as you guys know, we're doing a massive pool for the Twisted Leagues, massive prize pool for loads of Wii competitions in Twisted Leagues. If any of you guys want to get involved, the prize pool has gone up from 211 mil to 358 mil in 5 days. There's still 15 days till the leagues go live, so it could be a massive prize pool, which is pretty cool. If any of you guys want to get involved, just hop in the Discord. I will catch you all in the next video. Take it easy. Bye.